On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Beatbox.
A style of vocal percussion or vocal mimicry in which a person creates rhythmic sounds and beats using their mouth, lips, tongue, and voice. Verb, to create percussive sounds, rhythms, and beats using the mouth, lips, tongue, and voice.
Examples:
Beatbox rhythm. Beatbox battle. His beatbox performance at the concert was mind-blowing.
Stoke.
To add fuel to the fire or furnace, to increase the intensity or strength of something, such as an emotion or conflict.
Examples:
Stoke a fire. Stoke passions. The artist used bright colors and bold brushstrokes to stoke a sense of vibrancy in their painting.
Inflated.
Swollen or blown up, especially with air or gas, excessively or unreasonably high.
Examples:
Inflated prices. An inflated balloon. The athlete's ego became inflated by their success.
Batter.
To hit something or someone repeatedly with much force. Noun, baseball, a ball player who is batting.
Examples:
Batter the eggs. The batter's box. He got so angry that he battered the door down.
Vomit.
To eject food, blood, etc., from the stomach through the mouth. Noun, the matter ejected from the stomach through the mouth.
Examples:
Vomit abuse. Vomit after ingesting. She felt sick and had to run to the bathroom to vomit.
Distill.
To purify or refine, to extract the essential elements.
Examples:
Distill a liquid. Distill information. She decided to distill her thoughts into a more manageable list.
Humming.
Producing a continuous, low, vibrating sound like that of the bee.
Examples:
Humming sound. Hummingbird. The humming of the bees filled the air as she walked through the garden.
Reliant.
Needing something or something to continue, to work correctly, or to succeed.
Examples:
Heavily reliant on oil. Export-reliant economy. The company is heavily reliant on its overseas operations for revenue.
Dictate.
To state or give order with total authority, to say or read aloud for somebody else to write down or to be recorded.
Examples:
Dictate a letter to secretary. Dictate to the associate. The Allies dictated the terms of surrender to the country.
Dangle.
To hang or swing loosely, especially in a way that suggests instability or lack of support, To tempt or tantalize by holding out the prospect of something desirable, but uncertain.
Examples:
Dangle a carrot. Dangle a pendant. The earring on her earlobe would dangle as she moved her head.
Captivity.
The situation in which a person or animal is kept in prison or a space that they cannot escape from.
Examples:
Escape from captivity. Animals in captivity in the zoo. Pandas rarely breed in captivity.
Larynx.
An organ in the top of the throat involved in breathing, producing sound.
Examples:
Irritate the larynx. Narrowing of the larynx. Smoking significantly increases the risk of larynx cancer.
Humanly.
In a way that is characteristic of or relating to human beings. In a way that is possible for humans to achieve or accomplish.
Examples:
Humanly possible. Humanly acceptable. It is humanly difficult to understand why some people choose to harm others for no reason.
Squeamish.
Easily nauseated or disgusted, readily affected by or sensitive to unpleasant or shocking things, excessively fastidious or scrupulous about one's actions or behavior.
Examples:
Squeamish reaction. Avoid squeamish topics. She's a bit squeamish when it comes to handling raw meat.
Churning.
The process of mixing or stirring something vigorously, often to create a frothy or creamy texture. A state of upheaval or turbulence, often referring to the stock market or economy.
Examples:
Butter churning. Churning emotions. The churning of the waves on the beach made it difficult to swim.
Vibrate.
To move or cause anything to move fast and in small increments from side to side.
Examples:
Vibrate at a regular frequency. Vibrate with anger. During the flight, the wings of the plane vibrate.
Mouthpiece.
The part of a wind instrument that the player blows into, a device or object that is used for communication or expression.
Examples:
The mouthpiece of the government. The mouthpiece of a saxophone. He spoke into the mouthpiece of the microphone.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
Sect beliefs. Secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Torso.
The human trunk from the neck to the abdomen.
Examples:
Torso injury. A torso in bronze. He was hit in the torso and was rushed to the hospital.
Flatulence.
The presence of excessive gas in the gastrointestinal tract, resulting in the release of gas through the anus.
Examples:
Flatulence problem. Flatulence causes. The awkward silence was broken by a sudden burst of flatulence from one of the dinner guests.
Laryngoscope.
A medical instrument used to examine the throat or larynx, a tool used to help visualize the vocal cords during a medical procedure.
Examples:
Laryngoscope examination. Laryngoscope technique. The doctor inserts a flexible laryngoscope to examine the patient's throat and vocal cords.
Stroboscope.
An instrument used for studying motion, particularly for observing rapid or periodic motion, by illuminating the object with intermittent flashes of light that allows it to appear still or move in slow motion.
Examples:
Stroboscope light. LED stroboscope. The party's DJ used a laser stroboscope to add energy to the dance floor.
Flickering.
Shining or flashing in an unsteady or irregular way, fluctuating or wavering, often with regards to light or flame.
Examples:
Flickering flames. Flickering hope. The flickering candlelight added a cozy ambience to the room.
Hertz.
The unit of frequency, equal to 1 cycle per second, often used to describe the frequency of electromagnetic waves or electronic signals.
Examples:
Audio hertz. Terahertz radiation. The human ear can detect sounds with frequencies ranging from 20 to 20,000 hertz.
Strobe.
A device that produces a rapid series of intense flashes of light, often used in photography or entertainment. An instrument for studying the motion of a rapidly moving object by flashing a light on it at regular intervals.
Examples:
Strobe flash. Strobe effect. A strobe light lit up the party, creating a pulsing and energetic atmosphere.
Synchronize.
To happen or cause to happen at the same time or rate.
Examples:
Synchronize movements. Synchronize our watches. The ball speed will increase when the lower body movements are perfectly synchronized.
Singe.
To burn something slightly or superficially, usually by mistake.
Examples:
Singe off the hair over the flames. Singe the edges of a fabric. I didn't realize the iron was still hot and singed my dress.
Penetrate.
To pass into or through something, often by overcoming resistance.
Examples:
Penetrate a cell. Penetrate quickly into the skin. Western ideology slowly penetrates through the Eastern countries.
Gasp.
To inhale sharply and audibly, often in response to strong emotion or sensation. To catch one's breath suddenly, often due to shock or surprise.
Examples:
Gasp for air. Gasp in shock. The audience gasped when the magician made the rabbit disappear from the hat.
Collide.
To hit something violently when moving.
Examples:
Collide head-on. Collide in midair. The interests of the two countries collide.
Whistle.
To make a high-pitched sound by forcing breath through a small opening, usually with the lips or fingers. Noun, a piece of equipment that forces air or steam against an edge or into a cavity, and so produces a loud shrill sound.
Examples:
Whistle a tune. Whistle for help. The employee decided to whistle-blow on the company's illegal activities.
Second-hand.
Having been previously owned or used by someone else.
Examples:
Second-hand car. Second-hand information. He was excited to find a vintage suit at the second-hand shop for a fraction of the price of a new one.
Anesthetic.
A substance that is administered to a person or an animal to produce a loss of sensation or consciousness so that medical or surgical procedures can be performed without causing pain.
Examples:
Anesthetic injection. Local anesthetic. The dentist administered an anesthetic to numb the patient's mouth before the procedure.
Numb.
Unable to feel physical sensation and movement, not showing human feeling or sensitivity.
Examples:
Numb with cold. A numb mind. My left arm became numb.
Palate.
The roof of the mouth, including the hard and soft tissues used in speech and the sense of taste, a person's ability to taste or appreciate different flavors and tastes.
Examples:
Palate cleanser. Refined palate. The restaurant's menu offered various dishes to satisfy everyone's palate.
Cacophony.
A harsh, discordant mixture of sounds, a jarring or unpleasant noise or combination of sounds.
Examples:
Cacophony of sound. Emotional cacophony. The construction next door has created a constant cacophony of drilling and hammering.
Cackle.
To laugh in a harsh, loud, and often unpleasant way, especially as a sign of amusement or derision. Noun, a loud, shrill, and often unpleasant laughter that is usually associated with witches, hyenas, or other such stereotypical characters.
Examples:
Cackle loudly. Witch cackle. The older woman cackled with delight as she told us her stories of days gone by.
Cockatoo.
A type of tropical bird with a distinctive crest and a hooked bill.
Examples:
Cockatoo feather. Palm cockatoo. The colorful cockatoo screeched loudly when it saw its reflection in the mirror.
Quitter.
A person who gives up easily or does not have the determination to finish what they have started.
Examples:
Easy quitter. Serial quitter. He was labeled as a quitter after he abandoned the project halfway.
Ketamine.
A medication primarily used as an anesthetic and analgesic, known for its rapid onset and short duration of action, also used in recreational settings as a dissociative and hallucinogenic drug.
Examples:
Ketamine infusion. Ketamine therapy. Studies have suggested that low doses of ketamine may help reduce chronic pain.
Pharyngeal.
Relating to the pharynx, the muscular tube that connects the mouth and nasal passages to the esophagus and larynx.
Examples:
Pharyngeal cavity. Pharyngeal flap. The pharyngeal muscles are necessary for swallowing food and drink.
Creepy.
Causing an uneasy feeling of fear or unease.
Examples:
Feel creepy. Creepy atmosphere. The old, abandoned house was creepy and gave me the chills.
Anatomical.
Of or relating to the structure of the body and its parts.
Examples:
Anatomical structure. Anatomical elements. The anatomical model of the human body was used to teach medical students.
Dissect.
To cut into pieces, to study the structure of something in detail.
Examples:
Dissect the data. Dissect a personality. The scientist dissected the frog to study its internal organs.
Hoot.
To make the sound of a hoot or loud, raucous laugh. To express disapproval or scorn. Noun, the sound made by an owl or a similar bird, usually a low-pitched, repetitive hoo or hoo sound.
Examples:
Hoot the actor off the stage. Hoot a horn. The audience hooted with laughter at the comedian's jokes.
Rhythmic.
Having a pattern of regular beats or a regular beat, characterized by rhythm.
Examples:
A rhythmic stroking. In a rhythmic pace. The rhythmic sound of the drums was mesmerizing.
Contraction.
The act or process of becoming smaller or shorter in size, volume, or amount.
Examples:
Contraction of a disease. Contraction in the industry. The contraction of the economy has led to job losses.
Arytenoid.
Relating to or located near the small cartilages in the larynx that control the opening and closing of the vocal cords.
Examples:
Arytenoid muscle, arytenoid dislocation. I had to undergo surgery to remove a polyp on my arytenoid cartilage.
Cartilage.
A tough, elastic connective tissue that is found in various parts of the body, such as the joints, the outer ear, and the tip of the nose.
Examples:
Cartilage damage, nasal cartilage. The knee joint is supported by cartilage, which helps absorb shock and prevent bone damage.
Sphincter.
A circular muscle that regulates the flow of material through a passage or opening, such as the anus or a valve in the digestive system.
Examples:
Urinary sphincter, anal sphincter. The digestive system's sphincter muscle helps regulate the food and waste flow.
Sliver.
A small, thin, narrow piece or fragment of something, often characterized by its length or its sharpness or thinness, a small portion or amount of something, often used in a metaphorical sense to describe a trace or a hint of something.
Examples:
Sliver of wood, sliver of metal. I had to be careful not to step on a sliver of glass on the floor.
Repertoire.
The range or variety of skills, abilities, performances, or works that a person or group is capable of producing or performing. The entire body of works that is available to an individual or group to choose from when performing or producing something.
Examples:
Musical repertoire, cooking repertoire. The chef's repertoire of dishes includes both classic and innovative recipes.
Smidgen.
A very small amount or quantity, a tiny bit.
Examples:
A tiny smidgen, smidgen of evidence. I need a smidgen of salt to finish this dish.
Peep.
To take a quick and often furtive or cautious look at something. To emit a small sound or noise, typically a high-pitched chirp or squeak. Noun, a small, high-pitched sound.
Examples:
Make a peep. Peep into the room. I could only peep through the keyhole to see what was happening in the room.
Abyss.
A deep, dark, or seemingly bottomless chasm or void.
Examples:
The abyss of time. An abyss of hopelessness. The deep sea is an abyss of mystery and discovery.